Hello, potato. I don't know what it's like where you are, but every time I go to the flea market, in the back in the farmer's market area, there's always at least one booth selling these bags of little wheel-shaped snacks. I've always assumed corn, but I don't know. They're just these I guess crispy wheel things. They usually have a little bar of things you can spray into the bag, like lemon juice, tagine, tapatio, and various other seasonings you can put in the bag, and I guess shake it up and you eat them. And I've always been curious about them, but I've never tried them. And I suppose someday I need to. But I think I found something somewhat similar at a local warehouse club, and that is today's item: Cazo De Oro Authentic Flavor Los Ricas Party Mix Chili Limon Flavor. Seasoned puffed snacks. So yeah, the snacks I'm talking about I see at the flea market look like that. Although I think the ones there are bigger and maybe less even looking. I saw this and it comes in a barrel, and things that come in barrels, of course, are always good. Think cheese puffs, think trail mixes, think bar mixes. Things that come in these big barrels, pork rinds, things from these big barrels are usually good things, except for the cotton candy balls. Those were not great. So what do we have here? It's got bioengineered ingredients. Oh no, well, run away if you're afraid of that stuff. Serving is 28 pieces, 11 servings per barrel here, 130 calories, 29% of your sodium. So it's a salty snack, that's to be expected. And okay, the wheels are wheat flour. Okay, so I guess maybe they're wheat. Well, maybe the ones here aren't. I've always assumed they were corn, but they're these ones at least are wheat flour. Strips are enriched flour. Shells are corn flour. Rings are cornstarch and enriched flour. And then the seasoning blend is salt, dextrose, citric acid, monosodium glutamate, cornstarch, onion spices, chili powder, lime juice. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like good stuff. Should be maybe a little tart and a little spicy. That's what I'm hoping. Chili limon. I expect a little tartness and a little heat. It's in the name. So there's really nothing else to do with this but give it a try. So let's crack open the barrel. It is sealed for freshness. Always a good sign, right? You don't want to open up your snacks and have them not be fresh. It would be nice if you had a seal that came off cleanly, but can't have everything in the world, right? Good enough. So let's get out a selection. So we have wheels, rings, shells, and strips. So there should be 4 different things in here. I guess it's a shell. Looks like bacon. Okay, well, that's definitely a ring. And let's see, we need a wheel. And I guess that would make this a strip. Looks kind of like a Frito. All right, so we've got one of each. What do they smell of? They smell largely of fried snacks. That's what they smell of. Just say not much. They smell oily. I don't really know how else to put it. It's a very familiar smell. I can smell a little bit of the chili. Yeah, I smell like oil and chili, but that doesn't mean they won't be good, right? Let's give them a try. So let's try the first one. The ones that I've always been interested in. These were, I think, said they were wheat. So let's see, I guess those would be the corn ones, right? Let's give these a try. The lemon flavor is very strong. And they are very dry. Nice and crunchy. Good. Yeah, the citrusy flavor is really strong. Not like burning your tongue strong or anything. But yeah, the citrus flavor really, really stands out there. It's still kind of making my tongue kind of contract in on itself. No heat, which is a little disappointing. More lemon, less chili. Let's try our other ones here. Good texture though, nice and crunchy. That feels a little bit of a lighter texture. Same flavor. It does dissolve in your mouth a lot faster than the wheel does. To be fair, it's also a lot smaller than the wheel was. What was that? That was the, I think that was a shell. And those were corn flour. I don't know, it doesn't necessarily felt like corn exactly, but it definitely felt, it felt a little lighter. Texture-wise, reminds me a little bit of like prawn crisps. Let's try our ring. Sharper crunch. The ring itself has some more savory flavor into it, while the the lime flavor definitely kind of blasts everything else out, or the citrus flavor, anyways. The ring does have like a little bit of a different flavor to it when you first chew it. And then finally, try our strip. Was that the corn one? I get kind of a corny flavor off that one. Was the... No, the strips are enriched flour. Maybe that was a shell then. Maybe the ones that look like bacon are the strips. These ones... I guess maybe that's a strip and that's a shell. Those are more uniformly... Because this one had like almost a little bit of a Frito flavor to it. Yeah, that has to be the shell then, because that definitely tastes more corny. They are very, very tart. I like them. They are very, very, very tart. So I guess this would be like if you bought the wheel ones at the flea market and then put like a lot of lemon juice in there. Yeah, the ring ones and the shell ones have a different flavor of them. What are the rings made out of? Cornstarch. Maybe that's why. Maybe they both have corn in them instead of just wheat. Those ones have a slightly, I mean, obviously the flavoring is the same, but they have a slightly different flavor when you chew them up of the actual, like, substance itself. I'm trying to think which flavors I like. I think these ones, the strips, definitely hold the most seasoning just because of their shape and surface area. Oh yeah. I apparently have a little cut in my mouth because that went right into it. They're the smallest, but they go the way the fastest, but I think they carry the most flavor punch for their size. But I think I like, honestly, I think I like the shells and the rings the best. Maybe because they're corn, I don't know. But something about I think the texture and the corn flavor, which really is largely overwhelmed by the seasoning, make them a little more unique from the other two. I don't know. So the question is, what do I ultimately think about it? I mean, if these were in a bowl at a gathering I had to go to, would I eat some? Yeah, probably. Would I buy these again? Probably not. There's a lot here. I know I'm going to be the only one eating these, so it's going to take a while to get through this barrel. And honestly, they're just lacking a little on chili for me. I would have liked a little bit more chili to go with my chili limon. Just a little more heat. I mean, I've eaten, 5 or 6 of these so far, like half a serving of them. And I have not started to feel any sort of like accumulation of heat in my mouth. Because you know how sometimes when you get a lightly hot snack, it accumulates. The more you eat, the hotter it gets in your mouth. And that's just not happening here. I think what's more likely to happen here if I keep eating them would be the citric acid might irritate my mouth a little bit. Not necessarily, kind of the same way eating too many like sour gummies or sour Skittles can. But I'm definitely not getting a heat buildup worth speaking of. So that's a little disappointing for me. Now, for all I know, you're watching and thinking, well, these aren't supposed to be hot, you stupid fool. These are not a spicy thing. They're meant to be tart. And you're meant to drink beer with them or whatever. And that's fine, that's fine. I went into this not knowing exactly what they were. And I'm rating them based on my own personal preferences. And if you like them, that's great. They're not bad. They're just not what I hoped for. There's just like, a little bit of heat in there. I would like it to build up a little bit. Not to the point of intolerability, but like I think I've eaten about a whole serving now, and there's like just a little bit of heat in my throat. I will say, if I were craving a sour, like a tart snack, and didn't want like tart candy, this would definitely be something that would fill in that need for me. Because as a tart citrusy flavor, it's quite nice. Just as a hot flavor, it's lacking. So yeah, that is Cazo De Oro Las Ricas Party Mix. Very flavorful, very crunchy, not very hot, very tart, and very dry. This would make a good like bar snack, because you would definitely need to buy a beer to go with this, just because it is drying my mouth out something awful. Eating 3 of them at once there was not a smart idea. Not because I'm burning myself or anything, just because it did kind of suck all the moisture out of my mouth. So this is probably where we'll wrap up. Yeah, they're not bad. They're not a revelation. I'm still looking for that revelatory flavor of the summer. It does seem like flavor of the summer is just hot honey again. But I'm looking for something, for like a revelation, something exciting. And while this isn't bad, this isn't it. But that could just be my opinion. Have you tried these? What do you think of them? Let me know in the comments. I hope you found it all interesting and entertaining. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I do thank you for joining me today, and I will see you in the next video.